Hello everyone! Hey! Black Friday coming soon, and, well, actually, literally, isn't it tomorrow? Tomorrow, one more day? I think it's tomorrow, ain't it? But, yeah, anyone going on Black Friday that? I wish you safe travels and be careful out there, because I attended the whole of Black Friday before. After all, that's how I got my camp call. This year, I won't be attending Black Friday. I mean, the only reason I ever went was that. However, I may be trying to do a online Black Friday deal, though. But, that's about it. I have no plans going on Black Friday. But any of my viewers who will go, please be careful. Hey. I'm not sure what I'm going to name this video yet, because there's two topics I want to go over. One is that I'm considering, what I basically want to talk about is I'm considering doing a deal that Toys R Us's online store is going to do for Cyber Monday, which is basically the second coming of Black Friday. It's basically some online event thing that happens usually after Black Friday. And like Black Friday, it just keeps getting more steam each year. So Toys R Us on, I believe it's the 30th when it starts, is going to be selling not the Legend of Zelda HD, not the Nintendo Land, not the Super Mario Brothers, but they're going to be selling the Skylanders Swap edition of the Wii U for $249. So that's basically $50 off the system. Now, of course, I would be more interested in the Legend of Zelda. For some reason, I was on like Skyward Sword, and then my brain realized what the fuck I was saying for a second. Then I went to like what I was just. I would personally want either, if I could choose any bundle that was ever of the Wii U, I would probably definitely want the Zombie U or the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. And the Zombie U is a out of print bundle, which you can only get secondhand, which secondhand are not $299, so that's out of the question right there anyway. And the game's cheap as dirt, so that would be the stupidest thing to waste money on. And there are no real good deals for The Legend of Zelda HD. Well, the only deals is a limited one, which as far as I understand is in store for $275. I think that was Best Buy, I think, no guarantees though. And then the best one I found was some store, what was it, like Milford's? It's some kind of East Coast chain of stores. It has an online store, but it seems to have huge limitations on what they sell online. And as far as I can understand, this deal, which is selling the Legend of Zelda HD, for $250, but it's an in-store only, so there's obviously no way for me to go there since I live in the middle of the fucking USA. So that's a shame. So if you want to know where that store, just look up like Wii U Black Friday deals, and you should find like this topic that lists it. It's basically the best deal, but it's an in-store only deal, and there's only like 4 states that have the store chain, so it's very limited and very disappointing, of course. But like I said, the Toys R Us is going to be giving the Skylander Swap version for Cyber Mondays for $249, which is basically $50 off. And in a way, it's actually even a superior deal in a way. If only you're interested in Skylanders, which is very little interest. I did get the original Skylanders. Hopefully that's in camera, because I'm not even looking at the thing. But, I did get the original Skylanders on sale. It's okay game. I mean, I would describe it as Gauntlet with a shitload of figurine Pokemon ideal, gotta get 'em all idea to it. But, I wouldn't say it's much more than that. Obviously, I could see where it's really fun with children that, you know, it's toys come to life in your freaking video game. So obviously for toy, and of course this, if you're a family man or family girl or wife, husband, wife, or whichever, you know, I know a few female viewers, not a whole lot. You ever look at your viewer pie thing on your analyze chart? Like I have this like small sliver of like 5% females, so somebody watches, but either way, basically, if you're a family, household person with children, this actually could be a good deal for you too. Because, well, children love Skylanders as far as I've seen. My friend Alex and Amanda, who I went to Black Friday to get this camcorder with, they have 3 children. They bought the Giants from last year, and they got them DSIs and that, so and they really like the Skylanders. I always teased Amanda, it's like, you ready for swap? You ready swap? Because they're like, don't mind them. But this seems like a really good deal in my opinion, in a way. While I don't have a huge interest for Skylanders, I was gonna basically eventually pick up a cheap thing of Giants when it came available, because be honest, it's too pricey. I understand why it costs so much, you know, the plastic, the molding and everything, and all the figurines and the portal and shit, but you know, unless you're buying a whole new console version, which the Wii U would be a new console for it, you know, your original portal will work for all the versions, so I obviously planned on just getting a PS3 version of Giants. But, sorry. But, think about it. You talk about, like, something that's basically, I'm gonna guess it's, like, $79. And, you're getting that, basically, for absolutely free, and $50 off the fucking console. Now, even if you want to argue that since you are getting a game, because, you know, you got the Mario Brothers, the Zelda, the Zombie U, and there were other bundled things, you know. If you're gonna argue, if you're gonna argue about the bundled game, so the bundled game, let's just say $60. We're not gonna account used and shit and discounts and stuff. We're just gonna go with $60. So $79. So, you know, 19 bucks off, along with the actual Wii U's actual price of 50 bucks. So you're still actually saving more still. Yeah, I would probably eventually get Swap Force. I would have probably gone it for the PS3 probably, but it seems like obviously, and since all the figurines are, well, old figurines, the newer ones don't, so I guess that's kind of a but I think in a way, I think it's going to be good. Because most of the games I'm interested, I mean, the only real new ones I'm interested in was the Wonderful 101 and Pikmin 3. I mean, Zombie U is one game I've always been very interested for, and it's basically cheap as dirt now. Because no one really bought the system on launch. Where, and you know why on that note, you know, I don't know why so many people are just so, like, ever since the 3D age, the whole the game console launching and not having a successful beginning isn't new at all. Like, people act like it's so new. I really have to agree with some people that it feels like the internet just kind of overblows some stuff. This stuff ain't really new. Since the 3D age of gaming, it's just basically been a much slower process to get launch titles and stuff, because you gotta spend more time making those HD graphics for the people who want them. Ooh. But anyway, that's my thoughts. I haven't fully decided on it. I guess in a way this is kind of a What do you think? I think it would probably be a good deal, and while there might be deals next year, that's, well, a whole no fucking year, and to be honest, I'd probably rather try and get a PS4 next year than getting the Wii U by then. Well, I'm sure there's more games going to be available for the Wii U, but you know what I mean. So, yeah. I guess I'd love some feedback on that. Would you care to watch that? Would you care to see, or, you know, would you be interested in me doing Wii U content on the viewer side? But anyway, another thing I would want to talk about is the Vita. The Vita has lots of awesome deals. Best Buy, no, I think it was Radio Shack. Or, no, it was Best Buy. Or maybe it's both. I mean, there's a lot of places doing a lot of deals on the Vita. And that's so disappointing because it has no video output. And I will admit that it is kind of sad that the selling point is kind of faltering a little on the output just a little bit. Because I've actually talked to one of my viewers about how that kind of feels weird to me. Because, you know, I don't want to really think that's being a selling point, but at the same time, I can't really lie. It kind of is. I mean, it feels kind of long, but I mean, you know, if I do videos, I want it to be decent quality, and, you know, you can excuse that, you know, you need to do what you can do to sometimes share stuff with that. But, you know, really, for the little time that I used my camcorder for stuff, you know, it's awful quality, you know, and it's a very last resort sharing system I would want to do. And I don't really feel there's much of an excuse for the Vita not to have an output by its second model. It's kind of really no excuse. And while I've always been curious why they decide not to, it's finally actually been revealed in the article. I actually got to read it today. And I guess that's kind of the reason I wanted to do this video. Basically, they said that they scrapped the output for the Model 2000 because of the Vita TV, which is stupid as far as I'm concerned for two reasons. The Vita TV is a Japan exclusive. Now, you could argue that might mean that they're going to eventually release it everywhere, and that's a possibility. I mean, if it really is the reason they scrapped the output, then that would make sense. But still no word on that. And of course, it's probably also more of a test model thing. But then again, they also commented that the Vita TV was the interest Japanese market because the PSP is whipping the Vita a fucking new asshole. Because it's still alive and still thriving market. Basically, the PSP and the Vita are having what Apple did back with the Apple II and the corporate people who went into Apple trying to kill the fucking thing with like 5 different Apple computers that all got mashed into the ground by the fucking Apple II software. And that's basically what's happening with the Vita in Japan. The PSP is stomping the fucking thing in the ground because it's cheaper, more affordable, it has shitload of games. I mean, you gotta imagine, there were even more ports of classic games than what everywhere else got that are available on the PSP in fucking Japan, along with more shit, and there's just tons of games on the damn thing. And the Vita has just really been having a tough time. That was supposed to be the idea of the Vita TV. Cheaper, use a TV for a screen and blah, blah, blah. But even if they did release the Vita TV everywhere, and I talked to this with one of my viewers, is I don't like the thing, not because it uses a TV or anything. That wouldn't bother me. It's the games that I have trouble with. People who've actually gotten their hands on the Vita, because the Vita TV, this is what I'm concerned about. Basically, out of the box, unless the game was made to function with it, it won't function with it. Like, I read that, OLED that, like, I don't have the Vita version, but Virtue's Last Reward, it doesn't work with the Vita TV. It doesn't work because it doesn't have the functionality. All the games released before the Vita TV have to have a install update. And not all games have done that. And that doesn't guarantee that all games from now to then will also have that. And it also only works, now to my understanding, physical copies of any game in the world can work in it. But PSN, you can only use a Japanese account. For some reason, it can't recognize any other region's PSN. So, digitally, you can't use any other region. But physically, you should, as far as I understand. But it has to have... So, you know, other regions, you know, they're going to... Until the Vita... If the Vita TV comes out in other regions, you know, if they release a game over here that technically has support for it, you know, they might look at it as like, well, this is unneeded stuff on the card, let's waste that, and we can use it for this and this and this, and text storage, voiceover storage, and then if it actually comes out, it's like, oh, well, it doesn't work now. And then, of course, if it's not even that successful, because, I mean, like, the 3D system, the 3DS, you know, that's getting less popular. Well, it was never really popular to begin with much. And, you know, with the 2DS and that, it's going to encourage a lot of developers not to waste a lot on the 3D. I mean, hell, even Pokemon X and Y doesn't use the 3D to its fullity. Well, I haven't torn the 3D on. I think Out of Combat, it's in 2D, and In Combat can be in 3D, I think. Don't quote me on it. But, so, I don't know, it's like, I don't like the idea that, it's basically a compatibility issue. I don't like the idea that everything's not compatible with it. If everything was compatible with it, I wouldn't have a problem with the Vita TV. Hell, I would import a Vita TV, but there's a compatibility issue with it. And it's only going to be worse the longer we don't have it. So, yeah, it just kind of sucks. And obviously, there's going to always be a compatibility issue. There is going to be, because of how they did it. So, I don't like it. And I'm really, really saddened by that, because I really do want a Vita. I really do want a Vita more than a Wii U. But I also would like to be able to share stuff. And that's just kind of disappointing. Because, you know, I know everyone doesn't like sharing info like this sometimes, you know, sometimes they like to see what I'm doing on my Let's Play channel, but not everybody likes that either, so, you know, it's just got differing things, so, yeah. Sorry about the rant there, though. But, yeah, I'm disappointed that the Vita doesn't have an output still, so, I might break down eventually and get one. But to be honest, it really is some kind of real kill mood on buying one. It is a bit disappointing. Because there are a number of games I do want on the Vita but... And you know, another thing, like I talked with my viewer, is that I don't really get is that the PS4, you know, PS4 and the Xbox One allow you to share your videos, pictures, upload to YouTube. They're gonna both be compatible with Twitch and other streaming sites and shit. And you could do tons of videos and shit of your stuff on your systems themselves, built in. But the Vita can't allow you to record. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, the article that I got the information from claimed that they did it because they made the Vita TV, but then Sony claims the Vita TV was supposed to be solely aimed at Japanese market, so what the fuck are you doing, Sony? So I guess maybe I might have to just wait for another model thing. I don't know. I'm just kind of in this mood thing with it, but Who knows? Anyway, till next time, everyone. Chill. And that. Oh yeah, and also, just in case the random person actually brings up, yes, I know there's somebody who mods the output on the Vita, and I would consider that if it wasn't so horrifyingly expensive. If I had a lot of money to throw around, I would consider doing it. I've actually been thinking about maybe doing it if there's a lot of overtime this summer, maybe. Because that's a little over $400 basically, and that's a shitload of money. And I'm hoping with the Model 2000 it might actually go down, hopefully, but we don't know. Don't know, so that's a bit of a sad thing now. Yeah, that is being considered, but that's really fucking expensive. I mean, that's basically you can buy a PS4 for that. You know, that's what my one viewer said. You might as well just buy a PS4 then. So,